Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me today as I demystify a bit about what Agile Marketing and WebOps can do to transform the results of your website. It's a great topic, and I think that everyone will get some nuggets out of it, whether you already know and practice Agile methodology and or know what WebOps is. So let's get into it. I'll share my screen here. And so let's get going. So my name is Natalie Chu. I'm the marketing strategist here at Cheeky Monkey Media. And so happy to talk about some of the things that I know quite a bit about and happy to share. So for those of you that have not heard of us before or joining me for the first time, I'll do a little quick intro about who Cheeky Monkey is. So we focus on extending the life and the value of client websites, and we help organizations manage the evolution of their digital presence through ongoing web and web maintenance services. So we are a Drupal and WordPress web development agency. We have over 200,000 hours in the seats helping clients keep butt online. And we're a digital marketing agency as well. So we tend to be the one-stop shop for a lot of places, that because we do have the approach that your entire online presence is should be cohesive. So we try and do that for our customers. And at the end of the day, we deliver all the things. We make sure we're, at the forefront of technology, and we want you to get the most out of your online properties. But really, we really aim to give our clients peace of mind and knowing that their needs are being handled by, an experienced and dedicated team of developers, designers, and digital marketers. So yeah, and we're really concerned about getting the most value out of your website and the highest ROI, because it should be the biggest revenue generating asset you have sometimes, right? So that's just a little bit about Cheeky Monkey. We work with both small and large organizations in verticals like nonprofit, higher education, municipal governments, tourism and law. And we have gained a lot of experience in different ways across those verticals, always supporting our clients with those WordPress and Drupal websites. Quick little thing before we really get into the good stuff. I just wanted to quickly mention we have launched an Adopt a Primate initiative that's been so warmly embraced by our clients and other supporters who've been a part of it. Clients love to say that they, can they tell us that they are effortlessly participating in acts of social responsibility through their corporations, and also the rescue centers that we support and affiliated with appreciate all of our support, both financially and through the increased brand awareness that this initiative brings. And what it is essentially, every website project we launch for a client, we sort of co-guardian on their behalf. We adopt a primate from a chosen rescue sanctuary, and they get a little commemorative package, and just have that great thing that they can kind of reference, and if maybe it'll help their organization in that checkbox of doing corporate social responsibility acts. We do have to say, it's kind of funny, we do have to say though, this does not mean you actually are adopting a monkey and it will not come to your address. They make really poor house guests and office mates, so they just stay in the happy place that they are, and we just support them. So here we go. Let's get into what's going to happen today. So I just want to talk about what that Agile marketing landscape looks like today, and why that flexibility of the Agile marketing is so fundamental, and a lot of the activities you're going to do day to day. And then the tie-in is the WebOps part, which also, is based on Agile methodology. So I'm going to show maybe how it fits and how you can actually, start practicing it if you haven't heard of it and aren't already doing that. I actually meant to talk about something a little bit. Like, we really have had a tough couple of years, right? And I think one thing that the last couple of years has taught us that it's never been more vital to have the ability to adapt and pivot within our changing environments, and everything to do with the economy and global social everything. So I feel like this is such a good time to kind of double down on how this agile mindset can evolve your marketing and your web strategy into a more profitable, results driving practice for your business. So what is agile marketing? We talk about it as it's, in the way that it's a very proactive, collaborative effort using measured steps, all while continually learning, improving along the way. And this applies to every team member, not only for development tasks, but individuals and all contributing members as well. So the agile way looks like, especially the agile marketing way, it focuses on team members over processes, collaboration over negotiation, working components over documentation, and that ability to adapt and pivot instead of that typical structured long-term plan that we all, have probably practiced and known for a number of years. But in the realm of agile methodology, be the tortoise, not the hare. That slow and steady absolutely wins the race. But you need to remember that there's also no real finish line for marketing. Just that next climb, or in this case, the steady ascent of your marketing strategy. It's fast, there's these 2-week or monthly sprints that keep carrying you through, say changing market conditions. So you're always going to be, not reactive and definitely more proactive and focused. You can really nail down specific tasks for clear and distinct metrics that you need to accomplish. And it's also easy to prioritize things. These pain points, there's the prioritization is also key because there's please hold. Sorry, I was having slight technical difficulty. So the prioritization, because you're working in this agile, more transparent way, there's just a lot more understanding and balance of what those priorities are, and everybody's accountable. So that works better than, a siloed take on things. And then the predictability. You have these sprints, so everybody, it's a consistent flow, and you know what your next steps are at any given moment and what you have to accomplish in the end of those sprints. So that in itself kind of takes that unknown and maybe some stress out of, oh gosh, what am I going to do now? So we love that as well. So why flexibility is so fundamental right now with Agile and how it helps. Unlike traditional longer term marketing planning, Agile allows the marketing team, no matter what size, to adapt to the fast changing marketing conditions and respond to immediate sales needs or improve ROI quickly and consistently, more so than the traditional. And I think we can all say that flexibility should be kind of a cornerstone for any good marketing strategy. with all the kind of new needs of and wants of the online users and the organizations themselves being very organic and immediate, those needs and wants are always going to be shifting. And so giving us the ability to respond accordingly with the state of our global community. So we talk about it in 3 parts, really. That market shift. By getting agile, you can be that proactive, prepared team with current market research and metrics to stay on top of things, or even ahead of that stereotypical game that we all know and probably are tired of now. And the online shifts, those unexpected and inexplicable online shifts, which is kind of a new normal. You know, right now you get to follow with this agile, you follow a flexible, more goal-oriented approach, and that's just going to produce better results than as opposed to that stricter, rigid plan that doesn't allow you to pivot quickly. And the other part of it is that iterative process, that iteration. Iterating on the fly, that utilizing the agile way allows you to more quickly respond and conduct real world testing and measuring. And this is a great part because positive failure is totally fine. We love that. That means you're learning. Failure's learning. And it just allows you to keep iterating until you have that success rate and have reached that next goal. And the flexible versus, rigid planning is one of those core values of Agile. Having the ability to pivot and to bend that marketing strategy to the changing market demands will totally increase your success, your sustainability, and your onward and upward growth, because what works today just might not work tomorrow. And so what that looks like. Collaboration. Yesterday's marketing focused on individual teams performing solo tasks with little to no colleague input. Those siloed activities totally negates collaboration while simultaneously raising the risk of costly and unnecessary duplication of tasks. We've all been there, before the days of shared documents. I mean, what did we do? There were so many versions of every single effort you were doing. So we love the collaborative part now. And the transparency also goes along with that, like eliminating those siloed projects and activities and using good project management tools allows those digital marketers to identify the sprints and flag others for support when needed. Each team member then becomes that gatekeeper to filter requests and reduce, backlogs and prioritize responsibilities. And so when everyone can see everything, the transparent communications are inevitable. It just works better. And then the last one is we talk about real-time adjustment. Like, what happens when you're working on a 2-week project and blocks arise? Well, we can unblock them literally by just adjusting the workflow immediately. Traditional marketing has lag times. So Agile marketing doesn't. And when a disruptive situation arises, you can now meet it head on without missing deadlines or expectations when you utilize that Agile approach. Okay, so here we get into some fun WebOps stuff. For those of you that have not heard of this term yet, we love this alternative to traditional web development. The practice creates a more unified, goal-driven approach to website management, allows for quicker adaptation to market changes, audience feedback, technology advances, and business growth. And it really does improve the effectiveness of a website through ongoing iteration and methodical ones at that over time. You're always, there's always ongoing upgrades and measurement and testing and iteration. And and it allows you to just adapt more quickly. And it's a far more effective approach to digital marketing. Because with the constantly changing technology and a more informed audience, it's absolutely what people and organizations are doing these days. You can evolve your online presence so much more smoothly and cost effectively and smartly when you really embrace that WebOps approach. It's much alike to that full Agile methodology, because it allows like your web team to operate just like the agility that other departments are working within, because you're using that collaborative, shorter sprints that test and measure frequently and keeping your goals on track. So this is kind of interesting in that it shows you, what your traditional trajectory is for when you launch a new website in one of those 3 to 4 year cycles. We are seeing that when you do launch a new web property, there's always a lag in your metrics. There's always, you start from zero sometimes. Like you always have this dump before you start your uphill rise again with the results you're looking for. WebOps doesn't mess with that. It just allows you that iterative approach. Really just drives up and allows you to evolve and in a faster way and a more consistent way towards your goals. Because like sometimes you just don't want to redesign or rebuild an entire website. Maybe you don't have the internal resources, right? Or not enough time to spare to accommodate that big process. Or maybe you're just tired of continuing to that redesign and rebuild cycle every 3 and 4 years and trying to find budget for that huge rebuild. And it's just a stressful, now seemingly unnecessary situation and a lot of the time when you have WebOps as the alternative, because it is really a better option in a lot of situations. So we just want to, I want to stress that when you are using WebOps, it's literally, you can keep that rebuild project so far in the future, but still be hitting all your goals in a way more simple, efficient, and consistent way. So what does WebOps and the support for your website look like? You know that it's more responsive. Those consistent planned updates keep your website in the search engine's radar and ensuring frequent website indexing and leading to better search rank placings. Also, increased measurement and reporting provides better proof of your progress and success. So that alone is such a benefit, because we're always stuck looking for metrics all over the place and experiencing analysis paralysis sometimes. So this is just the best use of that progress and success metrics. Resource flexibility. You don't worry about paying for an internal team member's downtime or breaks or vacations or sick days or whatnot. WebOps teams fill any gaps in a digital team, providing flexible and experienced assistance with that design or development or support or marketing. The ROI is just a game changer too. You don't have to do those huge budget request cycles. And so we replace that with like just a much better, more responsive situation where you can do the reporting and you can show those progress. That was what the last graph was about. It was like the roller coaster. We don't love roller coasters in this instance. And so you only actually pay for the time that's worked instead of having idle internal team members. So it's literally, you have an expert team for the cost of a single in-house resource. So we love that fact as well. And really, the WebOps approach really gives you that 360-degree solution. You know, you get it from every angle, from every department that sees something differently. So the web teams really do work collaboratively on your business goals, and instead of the silos that we're used to. So, you know, you have a web team that's an expert in what they do, so you're always going to be benefiting from those strengths and skills. And then the WebOps also, very differently than traditional, kind of forces you to focus on the goals rather than the tasks. So your teams can build more intelligent and well-rounded solutions that get those intended results. So this is our cycle of continuous improvement here. Cheeky's been embracing that. We've embraced the Agile methodology since 2013 now, and you know, it just means it's easier for us to really help businesses reach their marketing goals together. We are acting like an extension of the team. So we utilize this flexible WebOps approach, and by doing so, we can, you know, help bolster your existing marketing team and their strategies, because we identify and break down the project's goals into more manageable, bite-sized, smaller scale tasks. Then we take each issue or task and create that small solution for it, and then move on to the next small issue. Over time, that chain that may seem small, but these small solutions together ends up evolving into a much better solution. And then those smaller solutions linked together create a bigger progress and success. So we encourage you to kind of, if you've never done anything like this before, if you're trying to, you know, even start an Agile marketing framework, and then use it potentially in your web properties as well, using that WebOps approach, I totally suggest that you give Agile a trial run with a single project. Find that single project to define, and then sprint it and execute. And Cheeky Monkey will be there if you love that and you're interested in starting like a web project and just dipping your toe into WebOps. I guarantee you it'll be such a refreshing approach to how you typically maintain and support and update your websites. So I'm going to have what we like to do is we love offering these an information architecture audit. It really breaks down, you know, what if your site, you know, maybe not being indexed properly. It really just identifies all the different places that could benefit from a WebOps package. It really identifies kind of the weaknesses, and is your website literally doing what you think it's doing based on what the digital goals are. So this is a really useful and valuable endeavor that we offer. So I'll be sending out a document on it to everybody. So please watch for that. And otherwise, I just thank you for your time. Hope you got some nuggets out of this webinar, and hope you have a great rest of your day.